Hi Kiwi, alright, we are back at Hades 1. We're going to be running the aspect of chaos on the shield. We're going to take the Palm Blossom and just let RNG decide what build we're going to go this time. We're going to be taking 12 heat with 1 level of Jury Summons, 3 levels of Extreme Measures, 1 level of Benefits Package, Middle Management, and Tight Deadline. See where this run goes. I am ready. Definitely going to be a more casual run than the last one, which was pretty hype, all things considered, for me at least. Starting with a hammer, okay. Bull Rush projectile, blocking a foe gives 20 damage and move speed, or special can strike up to 4 additional foes before returning. We are running the aspect of chaos, so Dreadflight sounds pretty good for us. Alternatively, Charge Shot could make us play like a bow. And 80 base damage is pretty huge. Just, I'm not very good at Charge Shot, which is weird because you'd think I would be, given it is a, I play the bow all the time. Yeah, let's take Charge Shot. We'll play around that, because we never get to run that sort of build. Ooh, that's strong. 120 damage at base from, Oh, Chaos said so. We have to do it. So I guess we're going to be going a weird attack build on the Chaos Shield, potentially. Who knows? We'll see how this plays out.
I require no exchange of words with you, merely a choice.
And my choice shall be, let's see, attack deals 37% more damage, afterwards more damage from behind, or more gems and darkness. I think I will take 57% more foes for 3 encounters than 37% more attack damage. This really is not going the way I expected this run to go. Darkness or Key. I don't really have anything I want to reroll for yet, but those rerolls might be valuable later. I think I'm going to go Darkness though, because I would like to have potentially as much chance. I'm trying to farm up Darkness for that interaction with Nyx and Chaos. So for now, I will accept a little bit less, maybe longevity to the run for the sake of story progression later on. This is going to be really weird that I am playing around the attack on a very, very special focus shield. That may change once we get any sort of decent special boon, but right now we're hurting for one.
Something for the mirror.
I don't actually have any boons. Hopefully I get one before one more room after this so that we can actually get the first proc of the Palm Blossom to activate, because that would be kind of unfortunate if we wasted a whole charge of the Palm Blossom for nothing. But we still haven't seen any gods this run yet, aside from Chaos, who counts in a different way, I suppose. I can already tell that I'm feeling that 1 level of Jury Summons. But I mean, Jury Summons is fairly easy to deal with, and especially on the shield, which is a very safe weapon, all things considered, because you can block all damage coming through the front, aside from some very specific attacks. Okay. Ares on the attack I could make work. I think I saw Artemis in the Erebus Gate, and I didn't register it until it was too late. But Artemis on the attack would have been fun. We'll take Ares' attack here, though, and broaden with it, I suppose. But yeah, we're basically playing the bow using the shield, which is kind of weird. I guess alternatively, I could just not take a boon on the attack at all and run the Shattered Shackle, but that's no fun. We want some variety to our build. Pardon me. How did that hit me after being dead? I call shenanigans. The thing about the one thing worth noticing about the Pierce Shot is that it does not need to be fully charged to do. It's not like the bow where charging it up makes it more deal more damage. Fully charged or not, it does the same, I think. Okay, no, maybe. Huh? Why did I deal 120 there? Maybe it counted it as back attack. I'm not sure. But yeah, it's got good damage. It's definitely a very high base damage.
Ares.
And we got our Chaos
You've
Boon.
shown me nothing but respect and granted me your favor repeatedly, Lord Ares. This is the least that I can do in kind.
Unfortunately, I do think the Palm Blossom popped there, so one proc of it was wasted, sadly.
Most often when I'm given offerings, it is with wishes that I lend my favor in a coming war. Yet from you, my kin, I sense no such motive. I'm quite taken aback by that, I must admit. It is my understanding that you have grown rather close with Thanatos, my kin. A perfect choice of mate, though I confess I'd not expected Death to have affection for another save himself.
You don't know very much about Thanatos, then. The weakest possible attack boon from him, but I think we'll take it. Curse of Pain is kind of okay, but it'll fall off really hard come the later floors. As will Curse of Agony, frankly, but I'd rather have it on the attack than our special, which can scale really well with some other gods' boons. And it looks cool. It looks like a giant angry red and black laser, so I'm sure you'll appreciate that aesthetically, Kiwi. But the nice thing is, our base damage right now is more than enough to one-shot most enemies, and we're not getting a lot of choice in where to go either. Oh, this is
You would be
new.
wise to heed my words next time, and fear the consequences of eluding me. Death can be most unpleasant, as I'm sure you know.
Thanatos, this feels a little spiteful after everything we've done for both you and him.
Well, that's just it, Master Thanatos. I never was terribly fearful of you gods, if you'll forgive my saying so. Far as I can tell, all of you seem to have your struggles much like mortals do. A fear of death aside.
What would you know of the struggles of gods? Now you have eternity to think on what you've done. Maybe I'll check again with you after another eon or two, see if you've learned anything more.
It feels like Thanatos sounds like an angry mother. You think about what you've done and go to your room. Alright then, wasn't expecting that sort of interaction this late into the game.
Princette, just missed your stern-faced colleague. Feel that stillness hanging in the air? Sounds like he won't be checking up on me again anytime soon.
We'll probably be happy about that.
Thanatos really isn't such a bad sort once you get to know him, sir. Though I suppose you'll have to take my word for that.
Oh, I believe it, Highness. I should think that bringing death must be a lonely job. Perhaps you ought to try pushing a boulder sometime.
I like this guy. We'll take the darkness here. I don't think I really need the coin.
No worries whatsoever.
Thanks, Boldy. Here, have a nectar.
You're always here for me, Baldy. Cheers.
What Boldy buff did we get today? We got Heart of Stone, damage reduction by 5%. And here's Demeter. Demeter isn't really that exciting for our current build path, but it's at least decent on the special for just making things go really slow. It just feels like it's not going to do anything beyond that. If we got her status ailment, I guess, that causes, if all enemies in the room are chilled, take damage over time, it could work at least semi-decently. But I'm almost inclined to say, let's take Demeter's cast or her dash. I'm probably going to go her dash if it's offered, because then it'll make it very easy to apply status privilege and get the damage up that offers.
Had enough.
This land is not unlike your own in certain ways. For Helios, the sun has not shone down upon it for some time. How long, I really couldn't tell you, little sprout. Long enough for mortals to take notice, certainly.
Alright, 80% damage on the special, 23 on the chill. Or I could take her call as well. I think... this is a tough decision. But I think... I mean, whose dash would I take otherwise? Let's think about that. I don't really have a good consideration. I'm going to take Mistral Dash. No, it's not the most amazing in terms of damage output. No, it's not the most amazing in terms of utility, but it will be useful for at least getting some status ailments going. Ooh, I just face tanked all of those shots, but they only did 3 damage, which isn't too bad. I think it's honestly faster to just like come in and melee these guys so they get the Doom proc on them immediately. I do honestly kind of like this Pure Shot Doom combo. It feels fairly strong, and now our Doom will be doing a whole 30 extra damage. We'll take the trial here. We could use more boons. Unfortunately, it's going to make the Palm Blossom fall off really quickly because who's easier to deal with here? I guess I'll go for Ares.
A shrewd decision on your part.
Let's see. Here we are. Doom effects deal more damage when applied on multiple times. Realistically speaking, this is going to do nothing for us, but it'll be fun to just kind of stack up our Doom effects, I suppose.
That was an ill-advised decision, Zagreus. I'm past quickly forgiving such mistakes.
I know this is a random observation this late into the game, but did you ever notice how her hair braids look like bread? It looks like bread. I like bread.
Lady Demeter, apologies.
This is the peak commentary you come for at night, right, Kiwi? This is what you expect of me in the middle of the night while I'm recording things for you. Let's just tag all of these guys with some Doom and let them pop. I think it's honestly faster to just run around and hit them with my attack than charge up the shot, but the shot is very safe. It calls it a shart. Oops.
Next time, young Zagreus, perhaps I'll take every last bit of warmth you've left down there.
It is the shart of Doom. Alright, that's enough. I'm not allowed to talk anymore. Arctic Blast. After applying 10 stacks of chill, clear the effect and deal 80 damage. In an AoE, okay. I think what I'm going to try and do is maybe I'll get her duo with Poseidon this run. We'll go for the Poseidon cast and try that out. We'll take this for the gems, sure. And then gems versus darkness. I'll take the darkness, I think. Oh, geez, he came out faster than I thought he would. That would be a weird statement out of context, probably in relationship to a friend of mine.
You lived through all of that.
But hey, good for him for having confidence. This is completely a made-up train of thought. I don't really have anyone I'm thinking of when I said all that, but you know, I'm gonna ramble a little bit. We'll take the HP up here. I'm not gonna take the damage up because I'd rather save my money for a boon in the shop that might make it more fun. It does feel like this build is not going to be terribly strong just yet. I would love to see Dionysus and just put him on the special so we have some sort of damage over time that would stack very easily with our current setup. But I don't think that's going to be how this plays out. This is going to be a slow run. This is going to be a very overall weak... Thanks, Chaos. An overall slow and very weak annihilation. Yes, exactly. Oh geez, I am taking a lot more damage than I would like to. I will probably have to switch into a safer playstyle, so hopefully we get something decent. Alright, another Chaos Gate, HP, or a Palm. Another Palm on the Doom isn't terrible, but Palm Blossom's actually been kind of kind to us so far. I think I'll take this gate and see what we get. Maybe we can get either more cast, or... I don't actually know what I want on this build anymore, so we'll just see what Chaos gives. More gold, more special, more cast. Huh. Like, none of these stand out as immediately fantastic to me. 53% more damage on the special is a nice number, but when you put it on paper, our special does what, like 10, 15 damage? So that's like 5 to 7 more damage a hit, which adds up. It does add up, but it doesn't feel that great. Why don't we bank on the fact that we might get a decent cast and hold for that? So can't use my cast for several rooms, take 4 damage if I do. I'll probably still use it once or twice just to get the damage steroid it gives. Aphrodite really doesn't fit the build path that I'm going. I will take the Palm and put it on the attack while I can, though, because that's another 15 damage. Well said.
Absolutely right there, mate.
All right. I have no idea where this build is going to go. I really don't.
Fury Sisters?
Oh, it's been some time since we saw Tisiphone.
No murder. Zagreus. My name is Zagreus. Can you say that to Tisiphone? No murder. Zagreus.
Oh, I've been waiting for this plotline for so long. Yes, learn our name, Tisiphone, please. Murderer. That's me, all right.
I shouldn't have done that.
All right, I have to be careful if I'm going to be using a piercing shot sort of build. I need to be conscious of the fact that my, I can't use the bull rush if my shield is out bouncing around, which kind of defeats the purpose of Chaos Shield if I'm not careful about that. But oh dear, I dashed right into Meg. Ooh. I'm gonna toss that into her for the damage up. I think honestly, this really is just like playing a bow build, but when I'm charging up my bow, I can't take damage, which is kind of hilarious. Well, I guess I just play that way, especially against enemies that are spamming ranged projectiles. And then when I'm in a bad position and I'm looking to reposition with just dashes, I toss out the special then. That's probably how I'll have to play this build, but this is...
She won't be back anytime soon.
Ooh, this was a painfully slow Tartarus, almost, what was that, like over a 6-minute clear time. Not ideal for us.
My keepsake.
Tisiphone has failed me, has she?
I think we've gotten enough levels on the attack to be pretty happy with that, so best options here are either we force Dionysus, or we force Poseidon so I can get that duo I was talking about. But I think I need at least some reasonable source of damage, so I am going to take Dionysus here.
All set.
I think between Dionysus and Ares, we'll have a reasonable amount of damage, and we'll very reliably have status privilege going at that point to increase our damage. It still won't be an amazing DPS overall, but it'll be enough to not make this painfully slow like that Tartarus was.
Find Aeor whenever to get me out of here.
And there's good old Hermes to What would he offer us here? Special speed doesn't do much. Attack speed maybe, because we'd charge up the bull rush faster maybe? I don't even know if that's the case or not. Oy, lots of explosions here. Yeah, I think what I'm looking for is even a little bit of poison hangover damage from Dionysus will go a long way for us. Right now we don't have anything. It'll also make it a lot easier to deal with anyone who has damage control shields from, like... See, these guys are pulsing it every now and again. They're getting popped immediately, so you don't really see it happen.
Afraid that Dionysus couldn't be here for you, boss. Though punctuality has never been one of his stronger suits.
That does not surprise me for the god embodied by the frat boy mentality. Alright, so 10% attack or 10 more gold per chamber. We'll take the attack speed, I think. It probably won't make that much of a difference, but it will help a bit. And we'll gladly take Eurydice here. If we get a rarity boost on our attack, which I think we have a reasonable chance of doing at this stage, that'll be very helpful.
I ever tell you you're a real sweetheart, hun? Because if not, I'm telling you right now. Where would my culinary practice be if not for you?
Alternatively, it might be better to take her increased rarities and then get a Dionysus boon and have a better chance of getting an epic level special. I think that might actually be the better option.
I think your culinary practice would be every bit as extraordinary, though I'm pleased to have done small service to you in this great pursuit.
Well, we both know you've done a lot more for me than that. I wasn't expecting to make any new friends here anytime soon, so all the more reason it's been a real treat to get to know you. If I may say, you're a hell of a guy, Your Royal Majesty.
Haha, she made a pun because she's in hell. Huh. Bond forged? Bond forged with Eurydice. Heck yeah.
Hey, what's up, hun? Say, you must know a lot of big shots, don't you? Other gods and all that.
That I do.
I know a few. As a matter of fact, I heard recently from Hermes. Wanted you to know he felt sorry for how things ended up. That's something to do with when Orpheus went in here after you?
Oh, that's sweet of him. Nice enough guy for an Olympian. Yeah, he was the one who dropped me off here in the first place. No hard feelings here. He was just doing his job. It was Orpheus who messed everything up.
She's definitely still a little bit bitter about that, but I wonder if this is another one of those dialogues that probably should have been heard before we had the resolution of her story. Oh well. I think I've talked myself into taking Refreshing Nectar for the higher rarity boons. I think it'll be better to get an epic level Dionysus than to get a higher rarity attack boon right now. Because while the attack boon does solid damage right now, I don't think it's going to be carrying us. Not that Dionysus really is either, but it's a little bit of everything all at once, I guess. I don't know. Like, our doom damage is up there. It's a pretty nice number right now. It's over 100, so it hurts, but it's not like rapid fire. It's hit and then reposition and then let it kill, and it does 116. Plus the base damage on our attack does 150 for the first hit. So it's really not that bad, but it's not that great either, you know? So I think it's really just a matter of I want to have this is going to be a jack of all trades sort of build rather than a master of one. That makes sense. I really do enjoy that the shield just every now and again has chaos chiming in. It's pretty funny. Alright, 126 damage on the attack. Sure, we'll take that. And there's Dionysus versus a shop. We'll take the Dionysus room. We're not really hurting for HP as far as I can tell. I haven't really actually paid attention to my HP pool, so let's see what we're at. Oh, hey, a fish. That was all one sentence with no punctuation, I promise.
No.
Alright, yeah. So see, we're actually at full HP. That's why I haven't been paying attention to my HP. I'm running a extremely safe build because half the time I'm charging up a shot behind a shield that blocks all the damage that's incoming as long as I'm standing in the correct position. I think all the damage I've taken in Asphodel so far has likely just been me standing in lava by accident. I am talking extremely fast. It's weird. I have a lot of energy today and I don't know why, because I didn't drink coffee like I usually do, so I can't blame it on that. Oh, I'm in lava. But whatever the reason, I'm feeling pretty chipper.
Hello there, Dionysus.
You are the talk of the mountain, you know that, man? Good on you, getting on just about everybody's good side up here. I mean, that is a feat, all right?
It kind of is. The Olympians can be a persnickety lot based on lore. Of course, as we expected in this sort of situation where I'm looking for a specific boon that I have a pretty high chance of finding, we're not offered it at all. But I will reroll for it.
What about these?
Well, it's a rare level boon. It's not amazing. This call is pretty good, too, here. But I'll take a special. 6 damage a second is still pretty solid. I don't need HP. I don't want an Infernal Trove. The attack is appealing, but not appealing enough to take with our finite source of gold at the moment. All right, do we see ourselves a fishy man? That's 2. If we get past the 3rd one, it's guaranteed on the 4th. All right, here it comes, and got it.
I think I got one.
And that is the best way to catch the legendary and special fish. If you get to the 4th bob, you're guaranteed for it to be the catch on the 4th bob. Sometimes it can be sooner than that, so don't let yourself fall for that trap. Oh no, ah. I guess we are in line to potentially get Dionysus and Ares' duo boon, which is going to be nice, but it's not. It's another thing where I don't think it's going to carry the run necessarily. But good to see that I can pretty reliably AoE these guys. And I can block this guy's ground shake, I believe, although it didn't look like I could. I'm pretty sure I can.
Lady Demeter.
Yeah. Having that special feels a lot better now, I think. Here we go. Perfect killing freeze. When all foes are chill afflicted, they are 12% slower and decay. And since I'm always dashing about, that's pretty substantial and pretty easy to apply. And it's 50 damage a second, which is a lot of damage. An Ares, Erebus, or a Hermes. I think we stand to gain more from Hermes at this point. There's not a whole lot that Ares offers that I'd be super excited about, except for maybe whatever the ability that makes your Doom hits slower,
Olympus,
but 60% stronger. That would be pretty good. Auto reload. Not interested. Quick recovery. Greatest reflex plus 2 dashes. That is exactly what we like to see.
Good.
All right. This should be the end shop, and then we'll be off to Lurny. I guess the question here is, are there any god boons I would want to buy, or do I sit on my coin for something better, potentially in Elysium? I definitely don't want Aphrodite on this build, so we're going to sit on our coin and possibly save up for the meta progression items in Styx. As for Lurny, I do think I can make pretty quick work. Our build is very strong for AoE.
How goes it lately, Lurny? Everything just fine?
Single target DPS is acceptable, but AoE DPS is pretty substantial, I think. So as long as I position well, I should be able to pretty reliably burst him down. Like, there goes... Actually, you know what? Single target is pretty up there now. And as long as I charge this up enough, I can probably tap them with both attacks. I can hit multiple heads with one attack. Yeah, okay. I'm pretty happy with our DPS. It does feel like all we needed was that Dionysus boon, and we had everything we needed. Because let's think about it. It's 6 damage a proc, stacking up to 5 times. So 6 times, that's 30 damage every half second. So combo that with, again, the Demeter dot, the Doom proc. We just do little circles around here and pop them each at a time. It's a fair bit of damage over time. So our DPS is feeling pretty good, I'd say. Look at that, the heads are taken care of. We've only taken 7 damage so far, so not bad at all. It's hard to hit him with all the shields from a distance, because they fan out. Wow, I did not expect him to get popped that fast. That was a really clean Lurny, all things considered. All right.
That's all the heads.
See, and this is the power of the God Keepsakes in Hades. They really help you control the direction of your run, and that can be a pretty substantial, for lack of a better term, boon for you. I am going to go ahead and take the Poseidon Conch and try to get his cast, so we can potentially get a duo. I don't see anything I want here. Let's go ahead and move on to the next floor.
Enough of this place. Courtesy of the Pact.
We made a lot better time on that Asphodel, although I guess it was, what would that would have been like a 4-minute Asphodel, maybe a 3-minute Asphodel, so yeah, that was relatively speaking, fast enough. That's the way to describe it, fast enough. Who have we got now? Coin or HP? Like, I have less HP than I am fond of having, but I don't think we need that much with this sort of build where it's a relatively safe, hide behind your shield and then kite out enemies sort of build. So I'm going to take the coin again with the goal of either buying something really fun in Styx or getting the meta progression item in Styx. Either way, I think I can afford to do that pretty safely. Let's see, palm or hammer? The palm on the special would be pretty great. I think it would give us at least 2 extra points of damage for the first palm. The hammer's more fun. I'll take the palm for now, because there isn't a whole lot in terms of hammer that I would want, aside from maybe charging up your bull rush faster, so you can charge up the projectile of the shield that I got on the bull rush faster. Alternatively, I guess your shield's bounce more could be fun. The shield's hammers are honestly very hit or miss, I would say. They don't do a whole lot to impress on paper. They're like adequate at best in most instances. They're not like, say, the spear or the bow, where their hammers can absolutely just change the nature of the run. Let's see, special inflicts hangover, yeah, 2 more damage, so that bumps us up to 40 damage a second, or sorry, 40 damage every half a second. So 80 damage per second, which is pretty substantial. Basically, every level on the palm, every damage point of hangover that we get is another 10 damage per second, which can rapidly add up to being something pretty significant. Shielders. At least the thing about the Bull Rush piercing shot here is that it penetrates shields, which means enemies like Theseus and these shield guys can't actually block it, which is actually quite nice. We're dealing a lot of double-digit hits, but a lot of them in rapid succession. Let's see. After your special hits, your next 2 attacks deal 80% more damage. I wonder if that empowers the Bull Rush. I'm going to assume that it does not. During your dash, your special is faster and deals 200% damage. Your attack hits twice, but does not knock foes away. I think we'll take Empowering Flight. Yeah, after your special hits, your attack deals 80% more damage. That's fine by me.
Steady.
And there's Poseidon. He's carried by a mini-boss, so we're probably going to be seeing Asterius or the Butterfly Ball here. Butterfly Ball it is. But we're going to burst this down pretty quick with our build, I think. And because we have really solid AoE, we'll be able to take out its little spawnlings very quickly, too. Like, I don't even have to really focus on them. They're going to get the things are going to bounce into them. And I could potentially aim my attack well enough that they get hit anyway. But yeah, very quick Butterfly Room, or Soul Catcher Room.
All these river denizens you've caught, little Hades. It can only mean we share a deep connection, don't you think? I with my power over the entire vastness of the seas, and you with the power to ensnare a hapless fish with but a flick of the wrist.
It would be fun to take Poseidon out on a boat and just go fishing with him. I'm sure he'd enjoy that. But then he'd get really blowhardy and ruin the moment, probably. Alright, we will take his cast as planned. That puts us in line for a duo boon. Oh, excellent. We're getting a... We can now progress his narrative a little bit further. That's exciting. Not that we'll be doing that now, presumably. But we are being offered another Poseidon room almost immediately, which gives us a reasonable chance of getting his duo with Demeter, or his duo with Ares as well. We only have 3 gods on this run so far, actually, now that I think about it. It feels like we have all 4, but we haven't seen a 4th god. We've been offered Aphrodite a whole bunch, but that doesn't mean I'm going to take her. Like, at this point, all I have left to take is the call, and I'd probably take any of the other gods' calls, more so favoring... Poseidon's call is phenomenal. Very good defensive option on top of good damage. It's like a very... I wouldn't call it balanced necessarily, but it is a very... Like, it has a good balance of both offense and defense, where a lot of them are often one or the other. Athena is all defense, which I guess it equates to offense, because you can't take damage.
Poseidon, sometimes I wonder what my life would have been like had you been part of it sooner. Your encouragement, your enthusiasm...
Your beard.
It means a lot. To you, this Ambrosia's been to hell and back.
Oh, but isn't this a kingly offering indeed, my little Hades? I know how difficult it must have been to get, so distant from Olympus as you are. I'll never understand how come your father's cruel to you. For if you were my son, I would be proud. Proud anyway, but you get the idea.
Olympus, I accept this message.
Oh, Bond Forged with Poseidon. That's 2 Bond Forged in 1 episode. That's pretty cool. Oh, Razor Shoals. So, okay, you know what? Now we're gonna have even more damage over time. So this is just the damage over time build. We've got Doom. We've got the Rupture from Poseidon. We've got Hangover, and now we've got what's it called? The Chilled Effect from Demeter. This is a pretty funny build. It's a ton of little damage that adds up to a ton of big damage. Okay, you know what? After all that bonding with Poseidon, why don't we take Skeletal Lure and guarantee ourselves a fish in the next room? HP or the end shop. I guess I should probably take the shop in the hopes of getting a duo. Since I would like to check some things off the list. Again, the big thing is ideally the Demeter Poseidon duo. Nothing here yet, but why don't we re-roll once and see?
To be ungrateful here.
Nope, nothing. Okay. So then I think probably Ravenous Will is the way to go because it's a 20% damage bonus. Yeah, we'll take that. Ravenous Will, when you have no Bloodstones, take 10% less damage and deal 20% more. Sounds good to me. And now a fish, please. Oh, wow, that was instant.
That's a cuff, all right.
Still had pretty good timing on it, but wow, I wasn't expecting it to be on the first bob. And this is only the mid shop. Ooh, okay, Kiwi. This is potentially where I throw the run, but because we're offered this, I'm gonna take the HP.
Cheers, mate.
I don't think I'm gonna heal, but I will take the Centaur Heart. But I think I gotta do this, right? I think I can do this. I've got a pretty good DPS, a pretty solid defense. There are a few other options where I could do this.
Whoops.
I love the really like slouchy position Zagreus takes with his sprite there when he steals the coin.
Sorry.
All right, Charon, carry on.
You know.
Oops, I didn't mean to click that. Sorry. I forgot that there's supposed to be dialogue here for some reason, and I was so mentally prepared for a fight that I didn't think about the aftermath of that conversation. Oh my goodness, that's 40 damage. I forgot he hits like a truck. But on the bright side, if I'm carrying if I'm blocking with my shield, I can probably block both of his attacks. I just have to remember that I'm supposed to do that. All right, that's phase 1. He's a third done. Charge this up. Hit him with a cast. Get ready for that. Block this. Yeah, if I just get ready for him to hit me with things, he can't actually hit me. Oh, I might not. Ooh, I just barely blocked that. Cool. All right, this is where things get a little sketchy because he does this big AoE with all his little gas clouds, and I have to be ready for that. But if I turn my shield that way, and I turn my shield this way, and then this way, it doesn't even matter. See, the shield is just such a, the shield is so good for defensive options. It just offers you a huge amount of survivability. But there we go. That was an extremely easy Charon.
Got you, mate. Twice in a row. I guess Hermes wins his little wager with you then. You tell him I said,
Oh, okay, so the dialogue at the start must have been about us telling him about the wager with Hermes. What I'll try and do is I'll pause in the middle of the episode and read it out loud, so that, or I'll edit it in at the end of this episode. English is hard. I will edit it in so we don't miss what the dialogue was. He's still taking damage right now from whatever dot is on him. That's kind of funny.
oh yes.
20% off and prophecy fulfilled.
You prolonged that war when you knew just as well as anyone you could have ended it, but you refused, and now I'm here, and you're somewhere else.
That's real kind of Charon to just immediately drop us off into Patroclus's room.
You. A question, if you don't mind, stranger. Because I've had one nagging at me since we last discussed the subject. What exactly happened to Achilles, can you say? After I died, that is. I've heard the rumors, but I don't trust any of this boastful lot.
Well, from what I gathered, sir, after you fell, he was overcome with grief and anger. He joined the war just like you urged, and single-handedly, he almost ended it.
So then, he threw away his life. Soon enough after I lost mine. Yet despite vanquishing an army on his own, he wound up in the lowest pits of Tartarus. Instead of here, among the great.
You should know, sir. You were buried together. Your ashes, that is. It was his final request. As for how he came to be at my father's house, that's something I think he can best explain. And I will do everything I can to make sure that he has the opportunity.
It feels like we're coming up real close to the end of this plot arc, and I'm excited for it.
Our ashes, you say? Together. The fool. We could have lived, not been reduced to meal for the worms. But I appreciate the information, stranger. Now, please go.
Alright, let's see. I don't need Death Defiances. I don't really need the HP, so I guess we take the 60% attack damage here.
Just checking up on you, sir.
I won't be needing that.
Alright, I guess I'll take the free Demeter, that way we can save our coin for sticks here, because this should be the end shop. Alright, Demeter, 1 duo, please.
Little
Yes,
Sprout.
there it is.
I was just notifying Lord Poseidon here that all of his domain exists because it pleases me. Remember, my good foster brother, I could freeze your oceans solid if I chose.
I think she already is doing that.
Excellently stated, venerable goddess Demeter. I'm reminded once more of your vast experience, though I think we all prefer our oceans liquidy. Isn't that right, nephew?
I'm inclined to agree, but it is pretty to see. Oh! Ah, darn it. I have 2 really good options now. Winter Harvest. Chill afflicted foes shatter at 10%, inflicting chill nearby. So that's an instant death. Or Blizzard Shot, which we need to check off the Fated Prophecy list, so I suppose that's what I have to take here, but that would have been fun. Although I really don't have a good way of afflicting chill beyond my dash, so nah, I think it's probably better if I take Blizzard Shot. Your cast moves slowly, piercing foes and firing shards around it, dealing 20 damage each. No idea how that'll play out.
Whew, that woke me up.
Oh, interesting. Oh, that's cute. It makes little vortexes. Probably really ineffective. But we'll see. At the very least, it will chill things and apply Rupture from Razor Shoals, so...
Behold, Asterius! Our hated enemy has come to be dispatched before a loving crowd once more.
Behold, Asterius. I have ruined the word behold for myself because of that one video. Having heard myself say, oh my goodness, I have gotten clipped by every hit by Asterius there, that was a mistake. Just look at all the damage over time just trickling in. Kind of funny what we've got going on here. Oh dear, I dashed into him. Oh dear, none of this. Oh no. Asterius is very bouncy. He's a very bouncy bull. Oh, he's gonna spin again. Okay, this time I'm not gonna get hit by it, just you wait. I'm gonna get hit by something else inevitably, but not that. Maybe I'll just tag Asterius, or tag Theseus with a hitter here. Try to keep the dots on. Okay, I am probably gonna lose a Death Defiance, but that's fine. Oh, well, some vehicular homicide, deicide, that's fine.
Would that you too had a chariot, so I could conquer you in racing just as in battle.
That would be pretty funny, Theseus, if we just had like a mini game in this game that is us racing against Theseus and just putting him in this place that way too. But that is not the sort of gameplay that I think I foresee from Supergiant Games. Oh, hey, we faced Theseus.
No! What depths you stoop to, fiend!
I toss my cast out this way. Oh, interesting. It looks like it drills into him while it's passing through. Interesting. I may have mistaken that. Yeah, okay, so it pierces. It doesn't get absorbed by him anymore. Interesting. By that, I'm referring to the cast there.
What a loudmouth. Showed them who's boss, didn't we, Shade?
Regrettably, I took a lot of damage from Asterius there that was very easily avoided if I didn't go like monkey mode melee distance, but this is fine. Alright, what keepsake do I not like to use that I would like to level up here? Huh. Use the dad keepsake since I don't have a call at this point and I don't foresee myself getting one. I guess, or I could have another damage over time from like a combo of Zeus and Jolted, but that seems very unlikely to play out where we get 2 of their boons in sticks. So, this only needs 1 encounter, so that's a waste. Well, yeah, let's take the dad keepsake. We'll go visit dad with dad. Anything I want to buy here? Not really. Anything I want to sell here? I mean, I could sell Blizzard Shot to guarantee myself the ability to buy the Titan Blood, but I think I'll hold on to it. It's more fun that way. Although I'm not really making good use of Ravenous Will. I'm not tossing out all of my casts at once. So I haven't gotten that 20% damage bonus most of this run. It is kind of crazy how fast this build ramped up, though. It wasn't like I've never seen a proper damage over time build in Hades, but this is pretty funny. I should see. I'd be very curious to know what like the actual DPS is. I know there's a mod out there that lets you like see the DPS graph. Oh right, everything's 20 or 30% off because we got the Charon gift card. So,
Which one?
I guess why don't we go Ares first? That way we can maybe get either a fancy boon from him or a fun duo from him if not. Yeah, so this is a weird build where no single hit does a ton of damage, but our damage over time is still really up there because of all the dots we got. But, alright, I'm not complaining. I was complaining at the start, but that's just the nature of these games. You never really know how it's going to play out, and then when it does, sometimes you just can't help but laugh because it's a really weird build that you would have never seen coming. What a weird... I can't tell if it's good or bad. It probably works really well against bosses because they don't get knocked back. But I don't know. Because, like, it keeps knocking enemies into walls. Like, let's see. Yeah, that one cast did 300 damage, not accounting for any of its, like, damage over time effects that we have on it.
Can't quite get acclimated to this smell.
Not now.
Oh, and I forgot, I have Stygian Soul, so that makes it even harder to reliably use. I forgot to, I thought I had Infernal Soul still, so, or I might be getting those mixed up, I'm not sure, but basically, I forgot that I have the passive that makes it so my cast regenerates over a period of, I think, about 3.5 seconds, maybe? So, I've been trying to spam, like, multiple casts at once, and it hasn't been working, and now I understand why. I never bothered to look. Oopsie. Good indeed. After slaying a foe, no, here we are, perfect. Okay, I could either take a 16% more damage to attack special cast, or 65% more damage to the doom damage I'm dealing. It takes an extra half second to activate, but honestly, that's pretty good because it'll keep it on for status privilege longer, and I'm not, like, rapidly attacking. I don't know, 16% more damage overall is probably the better option, but this sounds funnier, so we'll do that.
I will keep fighting.
We are using a very strange and gimmicky status build, what can I say?
Keep searching.
Buy the Titan Blood. Can't afford anything else just yet. I think... Let's go take Demeter in case we can get one more duo with her. At this point, it would have to be with Ares, because there's no one else it would be with.
I can't.
Ah, little rats. My goodness. You really just never know what to expect in Hades, and any roguelike for that matter. And, like, Hades is probably one of the most predictable in terms of outcome for roguelikes because you can control so much of the run with your god keepsakes. Like I said, getting that one rare Dionysus special really helped us out a lot just in terms of overall DPS.
What a steal.
I'll buy the darkness here. I have 3 uses of my Chthonic keepsake, so I'm gonna probably just pop one here.
Not now, Boldy.
Here comes Boldy.
Because I want to take the free coin and darkness that it offers if I can. Oh, I took a lot of damage there after healing from all the stuff that Boldy dropped. We'll drop a Boldy in here too, and I'll save one last one for Dad that I'll inevitably forget to use. That's fine.
We're here for you, Highness.
But yeah, it's not a whole lot of coin or darkness, but it is some, and that does matter. It does add up, if nothing else. I think that rat survived with like 1 HP. Yeah, it's 30 coin and 10 darkness. Not a whole lot, but it adds up each run. It does, especially when I'm not taking a whole lot of darkness chambers and I'm in need of like 3,000 darkness. Like I said in the last episode, we really need to pay attention to the Wretched Broker's shop, because he's probably going to be the real way we get it at this point. Every now and again, he'll offer us a deal for a lot of good stuff. And by good stuff, I mean a lot of darkness at the cost of, like, last time it was a single Ambrosia for 500 darkness, which is really worth the trade in my book. Since I'm not using the Ambrosia for a whole lot, I know it's used for upgrading your Chthonic keepsakes, and at some point I'm probably going to pretty heavily depend on that fact. But for now, I think really the only Chthonic keepsakes I want to absolutely max out are Boldy for the stuff it gives, and Meg because of the damage it does, because Meg is definitely one of the best ones out there. I do not have a reroll, so unfortunately we're not getting any other duos, but let's see. I think between the lot of these, I will take Frozen Touch. After you take damage and completely chill your foe, that'll make it very easy to maintain, to fight against enemies that have been slowed out of their mind and function. HP versus coin here, probably take the coin so I can afford the Hermes boon or the second Dionysus, I think. Yeah, let's go the coin route this way, and if we don't get it on this run, then we'll go down the route of the HP. No, the Palm. I'll take the Palm. I know I am down a Death Defiance, but I feel like I really don't care that much. I'm plenty strong with this build, And while Theseus and Asterius was a very careless fight on my end, I don't think it's reflective of how Hades will go. Because if I do lose my second Death Defiance, I'm just going to switch into a very safe playstyle because I can afford to with this build. I don't have to get in close range at all. Alright, moment of truth. Do we get a 3-room Styx or a 4/5-room Styx? Will you tell me, little rats?
No use.
And let's see. I don't actually know the percent chance of everything. I know it's a 50% chance for a 2-room Styx, or a 2-chamber Styx. And I believe it's like a 2% chance for a 5-chamber Styx. So every 100 runs you should see it, and we've already seen it at least once. So most likely we'll see it in the next one. The odds are very unlikely to give us a 5-chamber Styx, but not impossible, and we know what my RNG and luck pattern can be sometimes. We'll say, when I'm trying to knock the lasers out of these things and I'm pushing them away with the cast, a little bit inconvenient, to say the least, but it's fine. I knew satyrs were going to spawn, so I'm going to cast the Dad Keepsake, although it was aiming like it knew where we were. Weird. Whatever, I just want to make sure the satyr is dead. I can deal with the other things later. Dad Keepsake might actually work really well with like a dash-based build because you can go invisible and they won't be able to find you. But it doesn't look like it clears the invisibility like the other, like attacking or using your special does.
Back.
All right, Hermes, Palm, or Dionysus. Tough decision here. I think I'll take Hermes for fun.
I'll take this one.
Second win, by using Call, gain dodge and movement speed, 15 base dodge chance, or side hustle, which is completely useless. None of these are really exciting or interesting for what I want here. So let us take, I guess I'll just take second wind. 33% dodge chance after going darkness mode will be fun. And like I said, we'll take the pomegranate next. The odds of this being a true mini-boss and not just the Satyr Sack room are low, but not impossible. But I feel relatively confident walking into any mini-boss at this point.
Can't do that.
Just an unlucky Styx, though.
Not yet.
You can hear me rapidly mashing the open the door button, can't you? I think overall I kind of do like this upgraded cast or this duo boon cast. It's just, it would probably be better if I had a different mirror perk for the soul. Whether I can't keep track of whether it's Stygian Soul or Infernal Soul. I think Stygian Soul is maybe the one we start with, but I'm not sure. I don't think I want to sell any of this. I could sell to get more boons, but okay, there is the Dionysus, or there is the Satyr Sack.
Gods grant me strength.
Sure, we'll take another 10 damage a second, or this would be 20 damage a second, right? Because it's 2 damage. I don't want to do math, Kiwi. Never mind. All right, whatever. We're taking more hangover damage. Final story. All right, so I can't afford anything else, but that's... Oh, I can afford an 80 coin palm, sure. I would re-roll here if I had a choice. I guess we'll upgrade Flood Shot, because that's at least another 30 damage, 36 damage. Decent.
Fang-bearing Cerberus directs all 3 of its attentions toward the Satyr Sack.
All right, let's round out this run with a nice dad kill and a trip back home. This exit way to the surface world is really pretty. I wonder if someone's made it in Minecraft. I'd love to see a 3D version of it.
You're never late, Father.
You bear the sigil of the dead. I wear the helm of darkness. Even devoid of artifacts as these, we fight here without witnesses, in shadow.
The Olympian gods would love to watch this, I bet. It would be more...
If only everybody knew you had a mighty son most capable of cutting you down to size, with or without the ability to vanish suddenly.
A very boastful son, who often thinks too much of his ability. Come then, I'll make you vanish suddenly.
Well played. I like that comeback. I definitely don't need to take those sorts of hits, so just be a little careful, Jeff.
yourself.
Yeah, genuinely though, our DPS is pretty fantastic. Like, it's still far from our fastest run, but it's a pretty darn good run nonetheless. I'm just waiting to fully charge this before I go in on it. I'll let him phase and then I'll use it. Actually, I'm gonna just use it now. Oh, we both darknessed. Oh wow, I'm so fast in this darkness, but I'm wasting it because I can't hit him for anything. It does feel like he knows where we are though. I don't quite understand how I'll need to look it up and see how darkness works, or how the Hades keepsake works, because I'm clearly misusing it. Or there's something fundamental about it that I just do not understand. I'll try and pop these. I don't need to really worry about them. I'm probably gonna kill them before they go off. Never mind. Hey, a fish. He has such a huge windup on that when he's not on extreme measures 4 or on what's it called?
Let's finish this.
Forced overtime of any level.
That does it. You blasted little.
Which way am I going, Dad? Which way am I going? Can't keep up. Can't keep up. Have all your dots. Look at all the little dots just trickling over him. And there's phase 1. Invisible. Maybe he's swinging blindly there. I'm not sure. It looked like it could be either way. No pots allowed in this vicinity. Wow, the stationary pots somehow managed to dodge everything there. But yeah, there's our DPS is off the charts, man. This build ended up being way stronger than I expected it to be.
You tell no one at the house. Do you hear me?
That you vanished suddenly? Heyo.
Well done, boy.
Thanks, Dad. I earned this.
Say hi to Hypnos for me.
Poor Hypnos must be like desperately wanting to say what happened and then he can't. All right, so I think we need to reflect that we had all of the damage over times on this run. So let's unequip all of these and then I'll just fuss about here for a second. Let's see. So we have Attack Inflicts Doom. We've got Hangover. We have got, where is it? No. There we go. Killing Freeze, decay damage. Then we got Razor Shoals. And then I guess we put on the attack as well. Oh, wait, I already had the attack. Wait, so attack, special, chill, and Razor Shoals are all, that's 4 of them, I guess. So, and then we just say we put the Chaos Shield maybe after that. I don't know. It bothers me that it's not in descending order of rarity, but I'm not going to bother making it better. I don't know. Oh well. What a funny build. Is this our new fastest record, though? No, it's not. It's close to it, though. It's only about 33 seconds slower. Anywho, let's go back to the house, round out the episode, and figure out what our next run's going to be. Oh, and don't forget the fish. Don't forget the fish. I wish you could click and drag the end slates with the boons that you wanted to show, so you could reposition them to a place that is more appealing to my brain. Maybe you can do that, but I don't think you can, so you have to like select them in order.
Having gained the surface once again, Prince Zagreus breathes deeply of the wildflowers and the roses and the like, among which one of them contains an allergen so intolerably potent that it causes this. No, wait!
I would have appreciated it if they ended it with like a fake sneeze instead of him just doing his random selection of death sounds, because that would be funny.
Well, that was pretty good all in all.
That it was. That it was.
Wow! Don't let me keep you, huh?
I won't. Don't worry about it. Oh, hi, Persephone. I'm like, who said that?
There's nothing you cannot achieve. I'm sure of it.
Thanks, Achilles.
Don't let your father get to you too much, all right?
I think I'm more worried about us getting to him.
Doubtless I shall get you for that one next time.
Somehow I doubt that.
The vicious, triple-headed Cerberus shows some restraint for now.
I won't be restrained. Let's pet the good boy.
I'm not just merely listening to this.
Well, maybe you should learn to appreciate your dog better and pet him instead of being disgusted by it.
I'd best get back to singing, Zagreus.
Okay, I get it. No one wants to talk to me because I've made all of the progress with their stories.
Hey, not bad, head chef.
All right, head chef, give me the goods. Let's see,
You
we
can have this,
get
chef.
ambrosia, nectar, and keys. Not bad.
Market value.
Pretty good selection. Let's see, what have you got? Chthonic keys for 25 darkness, 3 keys. That sounds kind of worth it, but that only equates to nectar for us at this point, and there's not much I want to buy with nectar. So I think I will not take that offer at this time. Alright, a couple faded prophecies have been cleared, or I guess one of them. A friendly wager, the son of the god of the dead shall someday overcome the Stygian boatman in 2 successive battles against him at the urging of the god of swiftness. Defeat Charon in 2 successive battles against him and earn 5 Titan blood.
I really believed I could pull this off.
That's huge. That's basically almost a fully upgraded Zagreus aspect, because they only take one blood to upgrade, I think.
Sure could use a good smack in the jaw from you right about now.
Sounds good to me, Skelly. Looks like we're running the sword.
You are as multifaceted as anyone I know.
Who do I want to run? It's going to be either Poseidon or Nemesis, I think. Why don't we go Nemesis?
Change form.
For 3 seconds after your special, your attack may deal critical damage. Bonus 22% crit chance. That's pretty fantastic. Why don't we go all in and take an Artemis keepsake and just go all in on the attack, get her dash strike, get her attack, and crit up the wazoo. Oh, it is nice to have some fast attack speed. I'm not used to having this much attack speed, to be honest, after all the things we've been running. Well, Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope this is helping you fall asleep. If you're asleep, I hope you're sleeping well. I love you, and I will see you in the next one for more Hades.